guys, happy Wednesday. It is July 9th and I appreciate you hopping on here. So I wanted to really quick get on and talk about a key topic that I find very important when it comes down to processes within a loan or even just speaking to a financial person and how important that this can be. So this is my thoughts. Communication is key. When you are looking to apply for a loan and you're in the process, things can come up. I do understand, life happens and you never know. So, the thing is that if you think it's going to affect the loan or your process or whatnot, just communicate that with your loan officer or your mortgage broker because every little piece is important, okay? So, really quick example, and I've heard this happen to loan officers. This was probably more prevalent back in the day, but some people still don't know. So basically, you are purchasing a home and you are getting close, you're in the process, you got the home, you're under contract. Okay, so the process is not very clear to you. What do? You go out and buy furniture, you buy whatever for the house because you're very excited. So you're running up your credit card or you're taking out a loan at the store and whatnot, however you get the money. You are getting it because you're like, I'm moving, I'm set, I'm good to go. But little do you know, the loan officer never communicated or your mortgage broker never communicated that you shouldn't make any credit purchases during this time and the importance that it can affect the loan at the end of the process. So you're sitting at like 49% debt to income and you rack up all this debt, you're going to have to account for that monthly payment now. So the thing is that you have to be super cautious of who you're working with, making sure you get every answer that you need. And I find that very important. Just having years in the financial industry and seeing common themes, common things going on. I do get it, life happens. Sometimes loans do fall out of process just because of that. I've had loans fall out of process on things that are not under my control. Well, guess what? My borrower was very aware of what he was doing and just moving pieces in the loan, whether it be like remodeling the home in order to get a more favorable appraisal, or maybe your ex-spouse is on the home and you didn't realize it and they need, the state requires certain things, laws, and the spouse won't sign now. And, you kind of went through this whole process thinking you were going to accomplish a goal and it's not going to be able to be met. So, this is a lesson. Obviously, I've learned this over time. I ask every exhausting question that I can. I try to get everything because I don't want anything to happen to your loan process. And I want you to be clear on what might happen if you made this move, that move, or maybe it's a life thing too. Maybe you've got like a chance to go on a trip and you don't know if you're going to get this chance to go on this trip, and it's just little things happen. It's kind of where you put your priorities at. Everybody's different with their priorities and their life goals, of course. So the main point of my message is that communication is key. Just example, like you're in real life situations too. Say your significant other, you're at a party, you're eating, but it's the significant other's family. You're just like, okay. And they come and they only get a plate for themselves. So you say, or your significant spouse says, it can be vice versa. Where's my plate? You didn't get me a plate? Or something like that. Well, you don't know, what you don't know. So it's on you to communicate. You know, if you think you should, you should. That scenario would have been like, I see that looks good. I'm gonna go get me a plate. Because I rise above. I'm not gonna stoop down, you know. Most arguments happen because of bad communication, and I do realize that. So the thing is, it's important. Just if you think, you know, you don't know what you don't know. We all grew up in different lifestyles, different households. We've all had different experiences as well. So that leads me to say you don't know what's going through somebody's head. So the better you communicate, it's just the better it's going to be for everybody, in my opinion. With me, I don't know everything. So if I don't know something, I'm going to let you know. Like, look, this is what's going on. I'm going to look into it. Or do research, or tell you to do research as well, because sometimes there's just rare situations that happen. And you know, this could be simple things like, say, if you're doing a investment loan and the company requires that the loan be under an LLC, well, you wanted to put it under your personal name, and now that's causing a big issue. So it's just different things. And you know, with life, I find that I communicate really clearly with my kids, and they know exactly what to expect, and it's just better. Makes for a smooth process. I kind of learned a little bit more about that in my style of communication when I substitute taught here in the spring. Right now it's summertime, but I do plan on subbing again. It's very fun and interesting. I love to teach, so I didn't realize I ever loved to teach, but I do. So yeah, we can't read minds, so that's just make sure you communicate. And with me, I am available for consultations. I'm getting in with my company as we speak, so fingers crossed that everything goes smoothly and I get able to finally write some mortgage loans. I haven't wrote any loans since like March, so I'm very sad about that, but that's okay. We'll pick it up. I plan on doing more helpful videos here around certain topics, but you can reach me. I do have a phone somewhere around here. I have a business phone that you can reach me at. You can text me, you can call me, you know, pretty much like anybody in the US. Anyways, if you need any sort of guidance, I'm here to help. And I'm not really charging right now as far as actively charging. I'm just here to help. You know, to me, it's like pay as you can. Because if you felt like my information I'm able to give you, phone, email, text, is valuable, and you feel like, you know, it made a difference, then feel free to send me funds on Cash App. That's fine. But no worries if not. I am here for your help in the long run, and it helps me too, because I can know where your thought processes are, and help better make everybody, you know, make informed decisions around things, common things that do happen, or just other related topics. So I hope everybody has a great day. Other than that, I am still studying for life insurance to make sure I got my agenda, and I feel pretty comfortable right now, but I want to feel like extra comfortable. So I'm just going through 12 chapters here, and it's good though. It's good. I am positive for these changes. Other than that, I hope everybody has a great week, and yeah, I'll be trying to make some more content soon, just as we go here. Thanks.